Everybody, this is my showcase for the progress I've made on Project Forsaken as of February 14th, 2026. Today I'm going to be showing off the inventory system that I developed, as well as the quest system and the map. So let's begin. Starting off, items in the world. The player can interact with will appear like this on the ground. The player can go over and interact with said items. We can then open our inventory, and we can see we have a few tabs here. We have our equipment. This is going to be where everything that the player can equip is stored. So we have all of these categories here. This would be consumables, our potions here, weapons will only show up, and then if I click both of these, they all show up. So allow for organization when the player's utilizing things in their inventory. We can also see our stats down here. So we have 60 out of 100 health, 100 stamina, 100 magic. We can see our damage for our right hand, left hand, our block, and our defense. We're still working on an armor system, but this is where armor would be. This right and left here is for your right hand weapon, your left hand weapon, and the hotbars for consumables that the player can equip. So they're right in there. These inventory slots here, the player can move around their items and organize them. They can also, like if I wanted to swap out these two weapons, I can do so like that. I can also equip weapons, unequip weapons, equip a different weapon, etc. We're also currently working on this system here, which will allow the player to, inspect and look at descriptions of items, drop items, etc., as well as equip from this menu. Now moving on, though, we have our inventory, which I have not yet developed. This will be a large array of all the items have, like quest items, all those things. Crafting as well is the next thing we're going to be working on, to be able to make consumables and make all types of items the player can then use in the world. We have the journal, which is where all of our quests will be stored. Now, we're going to have, there's an incomplete tab here, which will have all of our quests. We have active, which would appear here if I had an active quest, completed tab, and then a failed tab. Finally, we have the map, which this is the world map of Etheria. We're going to be adding more functionality to it, but as of right now, it does function in that you can see the player's location. You can see them right here on the map. And this will, of course, update as the player moves around and add locations, all kinds of things. But anyway, so I have my potion here. See, if I use this, it will restore my HP. I can go in here and equip my weapon, and then we now have that added to us. Again, we'll be adding an armor system soon enough as well. Now we have this NPC here, and if you will let me talk to him, there we are. We can see we have our UI, so we'll have the NPC's name, whatever they're saying, and then whatever dialogue options we have here, which in this case is random rumors. We can add a quest, which have this nice little UI pop up. We can then go to our journal and see we can now see this quest here in our incomplete tab. This will have the quest name, the quest description, what our first objective is, and the option to set it as our active quest. Now if we do so, go back to our active tab, I think we were on failed before. You can see that we have all that information now displayed here. If I set it as inactive, it'll remove it. Go back, set it active again, and it'll appear at the top right-hand corner of my screen. Right there. But that concludes my demonstration of the current mechanics revolving around inventory, quest design, and the interaction system. Thank you for watching.